take a look at question 2 here. If a new operator, circle plus, is expressed as a circle plus b equals to b plus a divided by 2, the value of 6 circle plus a is. How do we approach this question? Any idea? Okay, no worries. Let me tell you a story first. Let's say one day there's a very handsome chicken. Okay, so this chicken, one day it goes through a factory. Now we call this an F. It goes through a factory. Then it comes out to be some number of hot dogs. Now, the chicken is what we see here. We know what it looks like, or know what it is. Then after going through the factory, we don't know what happened inside this factory. We just know in the end, it gives us hot dogs. Now let me ask you, for the chicken, for the meat of these hot dogs, it is a meat from where? The meat from the chicken, right? So that means the meat remains unchanged. What is only changed is the format of this meat. At first, it is all the chicken. At last, the format of the meat has been changed to the hot dogs, but the meat remains unchanged. Now you might be wondering, what does this example to do with our question? Now let's think about this. This equation is just like the chicken and factory. Here, you can think of A and B, they are the chicken. Because we know what it is, we know what they are. Then, what we don't know is this sign, the circle plus sign. Now you can just think of it as a factory. Now, after it goes through, you put this A and B inside this factory, you get this as the output. Now for this, A and B, the value is the same, but what is only changed is the format. Just as the chicken and the meat format has been changed. Okay, now we know that A and B equals to B plus A divided by 2. Now let me give you an example. This time, if I'm going to compute 4 circle plus 3, how should I calculate this? First of all, can you tell me how many chickens are there in this case? There are 2 chickens. One chicken names 4, one chicken names 3. So, everybody please take note. In this equation, we have 2 chickens, okay? We put 2 chickens into the factory. Alright, then, can you tell me, for this A, it is now represented as what number? It's represented as 4. How about for this B? It is now represented as 3. So we have I have a B in front, so B is now value what? Value 3. And then we have a plus A. A is now value what? It's now value 4. So we get 4 divided by 2. And the answer here, it should be number 5. So you see, with this, we just replace the A and B with the actual value over here. Now, let's take a look at the real question over here. 6 circle plus 8. 6 circle plus 8. How do we find out its answer? First of all, let's observe. A is now represented as what number? It's now represented as 6. How about for B? It's now represented as 8. Alright, now let's take a look at the output for this factory. When you have the output, you have B plus A divided by 2. Now B is now what? It's now 8. And then we plus. A is now what? A is now 6. So you get 6 and then we divide by 2. So the answer for this question is 11. So 11 is the answer to this question. Now actually, for this kind of story, it can be applied to other variations also. For example, in your secondary, you might encounter this expression. Fx equals to x plus 5. Now you can think of this as a factory. This f is actually a function, but you can think of it as a factory. This factory will taking how many chicken this time? Very good, you're taking 1 chicken because there's only 1 chicken over here. When taking 1 chicken, what happened? It produced the chicken itself and an extra 5. Alright, now let me solve this equation. F3. Can you tell me what is the answer for F3? Now this chicken is value what? It's value 3. Very good. So you replace this chicken with value 3. 3 plus 5, and this will give us number 8. Alright, now let me give you another example. In your JC, you might encounter this expression. A B, C, D. This is equivalent to AD minus CB. Alright, again, can you tell me? We can think of this as a factory. Now these are the chickens. So how many chickens are there here? There are 4 chickens. Very good. Please take note. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 chickens in this case. You put 4 chickens into this 2-line factory, then you will have this as an output. Alright, now let's just solve a question. Here, if I tell you this 1, 2, 3, and 8, can you tell me, if I put these 4 chickens into the factory, what should the output be? First of all, for this A, it's represented as what number right now? It's represented as 1. So 1, and then D is represented as 8. 1 times 8, and then we minus C is represented as 3. And B is represented as 2. So the answer we get is number 2 over here. Well done! Now you can solve even secondary and junior high school questions. Very good. Okay, now let's do a quick summary here. This question is called a new operation question because you are given a new operation over here. Now, although we don't know this operation, but you see what we have done here? We have first identified how many types of chickens are there, right? And then what is being only changed is the word of the chicken. It's the format of these chickens, okay? So it's only the format of this variable has been changed. Now let me write it down here. In summary, in the new operation, first we do is to change the format of your chicken. Now, after you change the format to this format, what have we done next? We replace it with a corresponding value, right? So you replace the corresponding terms. The next thing you do is to replace corresponding terms. Alright, now please write down the summary and the working process next to your question 2, alright?